Welcome to Breaking News Wahala. The news this hour. A trans person was seen humiliated and beaten by an unknown person behind the camera filming. This person ridiculed, harassed, and said derogating things to this trans person. One is forced to question what is the plight of LGBTQ persons living in Nigeria, living in Africa.
Transgender. Transgender.
Transwaiting.
Transgender, please.
With this kind of prick.
Please.
You be waiting.
Transgender.
Do your hair like this, man will see. You be waiting.
Transgender.
How you take get breast?
You're sucking it.
Who the sucker?
Man.
Which man?
The man that I meet.
The man that you meet.
Yes, who that I meet.
Okay.
This is the length homophobes will go to humiliate and ridicule a queer person just for their fun, just for entertainment. They don't care about the psychological trauma they are imposing on their fellow human being. They don't care about the marks and the scars they are leaving towards that person. They don't care if they are making that person a monster or they are taking that person's life. They are just there, or we are just there as queer persons for their amusement. We have to begin to take effective rules of law. I said it on yesterday's video that we need to start, investing in our community. We need to start putting security. These queer persons that have been humiliated, queer persons that have been ridiculed, you need to speak up. You know their faces. We need you to reach out to us here at kitoed@gmail.com. By Monday, our lines will be up. Even if it's not a professional line, a text me number. We'll get a text me number for Kuru Talk so that you can reach us, so you can tell us your story. You can give us pictures. When you are going out as a queer person, I'm not saying it's going to happen all the time, but if you're going out, take screenshots. Have a place where you keep all the people you're going to meet. Either the text you have had with them, the conversation you've had with them, their picture. Put it in a safe place in your iCloud, in your Dropbox. Put it in a safe place on the cloud, that in case you meet this person and then you happen to become a victim of keto, a victim of circumstance, you can easily go back to your iCloud files. You can fetch the person's picture, fetch the person's info, because yes, they may take your phone, they may take your possessions, but what you keep on the cloud remains on the cloud. So community members listening to me, it's hard time you begin to use all the resources around you. Security measure. One security measure you can do is screen grab. Screen grab is free if you're an iPhone user. If you're an Android user, I believe that there are so many other ways to save pictures and save things on Android phones. So make sure you have a file and put in a safe place. After all, in your phones, you have pictures. In your phones, you have documents. In your phones, you even have pleasure videos. So find a folder and put people you encounter. If you're a hookup person, put your client's number on the cloud. If you are somebody who just like to, have fun, sex for pleasure, put your your sex body, put it on there. Nigeria is not safe. Since Nigeria is not safe and homophobes are staging a targeted attack on queer persons, you have to also protect yourself first. If you cannot control your sexual urges, at least do the needful. Save their numbers, save their pictures, put it on the cloud. If your phone gets taken away, then you can come to us here at Kuru Talk or other NGOs. You can give them adequate information. If you're going to any place to meet a person, don't meet in random places. Don't say, we'll meet at Mr. Biggs or we'll meet at a restaurant. From there, we'll now go to your place. No. Have a proper plan. If you're going to meet at a restaurant, ask him where his address is. Don't go to places you do not know. We are also going to provide a website coming this month. We are going to also provide resources where LGBT persons can go and look at the danger zones in Nigeria. the danger zone, the danger areas in Ghana, the danger zones in Africa for LGBTQ persons, the danger zones for same-sex persons in America. The world is not smiling. The world is attacking and killing each of us one after the other. We need to now start protecting our community and protecting our community by the book and the book of law, by the institution and by the rules of the land. We will not take laws into our hands. We will not take defense into our hands, but we will follow all due protocol to protect, to enrich, to develop our community. A recap of the news. A transgender person was beaten, humiliated. She was stripped of her clothes. She was ridiculed. She was asked, who they suck you? If you be transgender, why you get prick? Why you get this kind of porro? Why your porro day like this? And she was left in a very devastating, emotional, bizarre state. And this is enough of us being humiliated. It's our time we stop being the victim. We stop being the victims of bullies. We stop being the victims of homophobes. We stop being the victims of political agendas and ideologies. We stop being the scapegoats for community leaders and kings and monarchies. We stop being the scapegoats for religious fanatics. It's our time we begin to stand on our human rights. It's our time we begin to lecture our community on human rights. Before, during, and after, and post-trauma, and how to deal on post-trauma. So on this note, I think there is something that just popped into my head. We need to start having therapy services for queer men. But that's why I talked about the helpline. The helpline is coming very soon. So please, please, please put that in your mind. I want you to comment suggestion. What can we do? Even from here and even in Nigeria, what can we do to better queer life, to help queer people living in different places where we've seen these strategies happen? I want to hear from you. I want to know what your opinion is. I've been telling you what mine is. I am tired of telling you what mine is. I want to hear from you, our subscribers. I want to hear from you, our viewers. What can we do to better queer person's life in Nigeria? What are the necessary steps that you have seen that we have not acknowledged or we are not doing? I want to hear. I don't think any comment is like a foolish comment. Please feel free to comment. The only comments that are removed from our channels are hateful comments, because we continue to make Kitoed a safe space for queer LGBTQ persons to, express themselves. So I want to know what you think about the whole thing. And I remain your host, Chimereze Henry Ahonaya, and this has been Breaking News Wahala.